Hey everyone, welcome back to Global Outreach, your Monday deep dive into what's shaping our world beyond borders. I'm Michael with Emily. This episode, we're charting a map of rising geopolitical tensions, power plays, and how nations are trying to rewrite the rules. Because whether it's wars, diplomacy, or digital dominance, what happens in one corner of the world echoes everywhere. Let's get into it. 1. European security and Russian shadow fleets. In recent days, French forces boarded a Russian-flagged tanker suspected of being part of a shadow fleet supporting drone operations over European airspace. The move came after drone incursions that forced closures at Danish airports, magnifying concerns about hybrid warfare and shadow logistics. What does this signal? European states are increasingly testing rules of engagement beyond conventional battlefields. Naval interdictions, cyber proxies, and gray zone tactics are becoming normal. Reflection for Gen Z. You might not see missiles in the headlines, but drone launches, shipping routes, and invisible warfare are redefining how wars are fought.
2. China's global governance push. At the UN, China presented its Global Governance Initiative, GGI, a plan to reshape international norms, institutions, and influence. This initiative complements its existing global security, development, and civilization initiatives, signaling a multi-pronged push for soft power and system leadership. It's not just rhetoric. Beijing aims to build new rules in trade, tech, and institutions, often in parallel to or in competition with Western-led frameworks. Why it matters? If global rules shift under China's terms, that could change who gets to write trade laws, cybersecurity norms, climate treaties, and more, especially for emerging nations.
3. Oil markets under pressure. Crude prices are being squeezed by a triple whammy. OPEC plus production choices, China's storage patterns, and geopolitical uncertainty. For instance, even when OPEC pledged output increases, actual supply didn't fully materialize, creating a supply gap that keeps prices high. Meanwhile, demand is shifting east with Asia, especially India, driving growth, forcing exporters to rethink trade routes and refinery capacities. Energy is still power. Control over oil, gas, and trade flows is central to geopolitical leverage, especially as the world transitions to renewables. U.S. shutdown and economic shockwaves. The U.S. government is now in shutdown mode, its 15th such instance since 1981, triggered by congressional failure to pass funding. Over 150,000 federal staff are being furloughed. Air travel may slow as FAA staff are cut, and markets are jittery. For global actors, this weakens U.S. economic leverage, delays data reports, and injects uncertainty into global confidence, especially for emerging markets dependent on U.S. imports or investment. Gen Z lens. When superpowers stumble, the ripple effect is real, across currencies, supply chains, and geopolitical credibility.
5. Geopolitical risks and fractured globalization. According to analysts tracking risk for 2025, key issues include supply chain realignment, deglobalization pressure, energy security, climate, and cyber warfare. A recently published paper shows how geopolitical alignment, or misalignment, has already depressed global trade by 7 percentage points. And in the energy sector, cyber attacks targeting infrastructure are emerging as major threats, especially in vulnerable regions. The world isn't just fragmented, it's rewiring itself. Bilateral alliances, trade blocs, and digital spheres are emerging as the new operating system. Let's recap. Europe is testing shadow logistics and drone war rules. China is pushing to refactor global norms. Oil markets remain a geopolitical chessboard. The U.S. shutdown is weakening economic dominance. And global fragmentation is redrawing trade and security maps. So here's the question I leave you with. In a world bending under multiple stressors, energy, trade, and technology, which power center do you think will shape the new global order? The U.S., China, Europe, or regional blocs? Thank you for riding this wave with us. We're Candlelight Media, and this was Global Outreach. Let's stay curious, stay bold, and keep watching the world shift.